Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Thompson, or Randomania11, here bringing you the final episode of our Pokemon X Wonderlocke. I'm super hyped to bring you episode 25 today. Less than 24 hours until Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire come out. But more than that, it's the conclusion of our very first playthrough. We are standing here in the Champions Room, ready to take on the Kalos League champion Diantha, with our severely weakened and damaged team. So we'll go ahead and have a look at the Pokemon that we currently have in our party. Our battle-scarred warriors ready to take on the ultimate trainer here in the Kalos League. We'll go ahead and have a look. We are currently running our Gardevoir, sitting here at level 61. Psychic, Dazzling Gleam, Thunderbolt, and Calm Mind. Leading off with it in the party, because Diantha does of course lead off with her Hawlucha, which we can hit super effectively with any of our 3 offensive moves. Gardevoir coming with us since, when was it? Gardevoir has been one of our more recent party members. In fact, we've lost a lot of our old members, unfortunately. But Gardevoir here, I think we picked it up, when was it? Not all that long ago, I don't think. We definitely used it before the 8th gym, though. Actually, did we use it even before that? No, because we lost Espeon before the 8th gym. So Gardevoir has only been with us since the 8th gym. One of our more recent members. Then we have Blastoise. Similarly, we got it before the 8th gym. Rocking Water Pulse, Ice Beam, Flash Cannon, and Rapid Spin. Rapid Spin's kind of unused at the moment. With the Blastoise Knight, I can't ever pronounce that correctly. So we've got our Mega Blastoise going to be coming in handy with the Flash Cannon in this battle, I would think. Especially against stuff like Aurorus, the Tyrantrum, and Flash Cannon super effective against Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. So that's going to be useful. And then finally we have Crocodile, our highest level party member at the moment. Level 64, rocking the black glasses to boost its almighty powerful crunch. Along with Earthquake, Dragon Claw, and Bulldoze is just sort of a filler there. With the Moxie, if we can get it set up a bit, it should be able to put in some seriously good work against Diantha's team. And of course, unfortunately, we have our 2 lost members, which were unfortunately defeated against the other Elite 4 people. One against Malva, one against Cybold. We have Raichu, who went down to Cybold's Barbaracle, of course. Thunderbolt, Hidden Power, Ice, Grass Knot, and Focus Blast. Very sad to have lost that, because it was, well, it's speed ties with Crocodile, but it was one of our faster members in our party. And then, of course, we have Nidoqueen, who would have come in handy because all of Diantha's Pokemon are female, getting the rivalry boost. Very sad to have lost that, but we are going to need to try and struggle through and take on Diantha, like I said, who is the Kalos League champion. So I'll go ahead and get right into this. Of course, very sad to be seeing the final episode of this series, but there's big things coming up in the future after this. So I'll go ahead and head on up here, taking the elevator to our final battle. Here we are against Diantha in this marvelous room. Like, seriously, that, what is it, mosaic? Like, stained glass window? That pattern's just so awesome, I must say. So here we are, facing off against Diantha. Welcome at last, dear trainer. As you must know, I'm the champion, Diantha. Oh, but you're the child I spoke to in Lumio City and Cormarine City, aren't you? Then that means that you must also be the one that dear Augustin said. Of course, how could I? Oh, I must look like such a fool not to recognize you sooner. You and your Pokemon are the ones who stopped Team Flare for us all. It seems wrong of me to say this, but thank you. You saved us all. I can't wait to see what you and your Pokemon are capable of now that I know exactly what it is you've already done. So here we go, taking on Champion Diantha. Our final battle in this series versus Diantha, Pokemon League champion. You're challenged by Champion Diantha. She is, of course, leading off with her Hawlucha, like I said she would. So, let's see how we go against this. We're only using half a team against her, so she has a massive advantage, as well as a massive level advantage there as well. Hawlucha up to level 64, where we only have level 61. We'll go ahead and hit it up with the Psychic. Hawlucha going for the Sword Stance. Will that be a misplay on Diantha's part? We do have the Mind Plate. This is Stab. Super effective, coming off a fucking Gardevoir, and we are able to take Hawlucha out first turn. So, obviously, Gardevoir's level difference not having that much of a significant impact on it. About to send in Gourgeist. I think we should be able to put in work with our... I pressed the B button. Why did I do that? Definitely need to switch out into Crocodile now. I hope to go into that on the Feint, but apparently not. And if it goes for the Will-O-Wisp, that will be extremely shit. Gourgeist going for the Phantom Force, not that big of a deal, at least. We'll just go for the Crunch. So we do outspeed it, which means it will hit us up with the Phantom Force this turn. Not doing a lot of damage to us, thank goodness. Crocodile being our highest level member in our party at the moment. Easily able to hit it up with the Crunch, one-shotting it. So, we've taken out 2 Pokemon of hers, getting the Moxie boost. Will this be as easy as what it's looking? I don't know. She's going to send in Goodra. Crocodile does have the Dragon Claw, which is super effective, but it's not Stab. But we are at +1. Blastoise has the Ice Beam, but I don't think that'll be doing a hell of a lot. And Gardevoir has the Stab Dazzling Gleam. We'll go into Gardevoir, see how it goes, because what is Goodra likely to be running? If it's got a Poison-type move, that's very bad for us. But I don't think it will be running a Poison-type move, which means we can just hit it up with the Dazzling Gleam. We trace the Sap Sipper. Not that big of a deal unless it has like Power Whip or something. So we hit it up with a first Dazzling Gleam. How much is that doing? Over half, wow. And Goodra going for the Fire Blast. We should be able to take that easily-ish. Easily-ish? That's not even a proper word. We'll go for the Calm Mind, just to guarantee that we get a KO on this. And then after that, it would be an easy knockout with Dazzling Gleam. If we can eat up this Fire Blast, don't get a crit. Thank you very much. We'll go ahead and heal up our Gardevoir, just to be safe. Because now that we are at +1 special attack and special defense, we should be able to run through our team, I would say. Missing the Fire... Stupid bloody trackpad. Missing the Fire Blast there. Coming in handy for us, I'd say. Because we are now at full HP, not having taken any damage. Although we're running a bit low on our Dazzling Gleams, which may prove to be a bit of a problem. Gardevoir up to level 62. Not bad at all. Going to switch in Tyrantrum. I don't think Tyrantrum would be... I don't think it can outspeed us. And I think we should be able to knock it out with a Stab +1 super effective Dazzling Gleam. Here we go. Because if we don't, then it's got like Strong Jaw and Crunch. But it doesn't even matter. We are easily running through Diantha's team. The fact that we're 3 Pokemon down to her 6 doesn't... Well, yeah, we're running half a team against her full party. Doesn't even make a difference to us. She is switching in her Aurorus. Will we... I don't know. Psychic is definitely shredding her team at the moment. Psychic not quite knocking it out, and it's going for the light screen here. That could prove to be a bit of a problem for our Gardevoir. Diantha going for the full restore on Aurorus. Bring it back up to full HP. We'll Psychic again. Bring it down to roughly the same point, I'd say. Oh no, because it's got the light screen up, of course. After this, though, she will need to go for another full restore. Setting up the dual screens. So dual screen Aurorus. Not bad at all, Diantha, but you're just giving us a free opportunity here to set up the Calm Mind, I'd say. Waste the turns away until your light screen and reflect disappear. And then we should be able to hit her up with a seriously powerful Psychic, or, in fact, any of our moves. We've only got 1 Dazzling Gleam left. I am keeping that, just in case we are able to go up against her own Mega Gardevoir, because of course, Fairy versus Fairy is still neutral, whereas Psychic versus Psychic is not very effective. So we will be able to hit it up with the with the neutral Dazzling Gleam at least. We are at +3 now. Her light screen disappeared, so we can hit it on its special defense, and we are easily able to take out that Aurorus. We are making short work of Diantha's Pokemon here. About to send in Gardevoir. Will we switch out? No, we won't. We're still in a pretty good position for taking her own Gardevoir on. It's 6 levels higher than us, though. Can we one-shot it with the Dazzling Gleam? +3 against a Mega Gardevoir. Getting to see Diantha's Mega Gardevoir. Very powerful there, I must say. Of course, seeing Mega Gallade in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it has the Shadow Ball. Oh shit. Oh, we can eat that up pretty easily, I must say. And a +3 Dazzling Gleam can't one-shot it. And of course now we are out of Dazzling Gleams, so we're going to need to try and rely on a 2-hit KO with the Thunderbolt here. I may need to restore Gardevoir on the next turn just to be safe. But that will be a pretty safe 2-hit KO on the Gardevoir. If it does end up knocking us out, which I hope it doesn't, we should be able to bring in Crocodile now and Revenge Kill it. But we are able to eat up that Shadow Ball, eating it all up. And finally, if it doesn't crit us, no crits, no crits, no crits, we will be able to take out Gardevoir for the Kalos League Championship. We have done it, guys. 25 episodes. And what, it's been a month or something since we started this series. We have been able to take out Champion Diantha and claim the Kalos League title. Witnessing the noble spirits of you and your Pokemon in battle has really touched my heart. We received $16,000 for winning. Nice bit of cash money there. I'm so shocked. I'm so choked up that it's hard to know what I should say, but I'm just so glad at this moment that I was good enough to be the champion. After all, it gave me the chance to meet and battle with you and your wonderful Pokemon. Now I understand why dear Augustin, Professor Sycamore, said he needed to get Lumio City ready for the new champion. But before I take you there, my dear Randomania 11, would you mind coming this way with me? So we do have the secret bit here, where Professor Sycamore is going to be taking us to Lumio City for the final parade. But before we do that, we finally get to enter the Hall of Fame here, getting recognition for all of the Pokemon that we've used in this Wonderlocke, both those still with us, like the Gardevoir, our Blastoise, and Crocodile, as well as those that have fallen valiantly in our efforts to try and get here. I'm so glad to welcome you in. This grand chamber is where you enter the Kalos region's Hall of Fame. This is where Pokemon trainers will live on forever, remembered always for giving their all in battle to the Pokemon League, and for the glory and light that they shared with all. So nice and slow walk. Slow walk up to the... what's this, like a special healer thing? I don't know. Come, Randomania 11. Your love for your Pokemon, and the way that those Pokemon gave everything they had in battle for you. They had it... we'll record them all right here for eternity. Nice and eternity. So there we go. Our 5 Pokemon that we brought, only 3 actually survived, but this does conclude the Nuzlocke part of our Wonderlocke. We did defeat the champion with these 3 Pokemon first up. Of course, Gardevoir, Blastoise, and Crocodile. Our final 3 party members, Raichu and Nidoqueen, falling, unfortunately, but like I said, the Nuzlocke is sort of just for up until becoming the Pokemon League champion. Because I do know that we need to now go and take on AZ, don't we? In Lumio City. And then for some of the post-game stuff, like going and capturing the last 3 legendaries, we will be able to use whatever Pokemon we want. A few days later, crowds of people gathered in Lumio City to celebrate Randomania 11 becoming Kalos League champion. I think that's what it said. So here we go. Nice and slow walk. Doing that slow walk up to the stage to see Professor Sycamore and Dexio and whatever the other hell weird chick is. But But there we go, all of our rivals in the game. Tiano, Trevor, ourselves, Shauna, and... what's her name? Serena. I always forget Serena. What an amazing turnout. All of these people, I really need to concentrate on this. I'd like to present you with the honor of Kalos. I can't even read it. Slow down, bitch. I'm so proud of you all. Slow walking and fast talking. On behalf of the entire Kalos region, I'd like to say... I can't even do his voice because you're speaking too fast. Thank you. So we get the Kalos, the honor of Kalos, or whatever it's called. And here we have AZ finally appearing for the last time. More slow walking. This episode's just full of slow walking. Battle with me. Well, whatever, dude. Fine. We'll take you on. We'll take you on. We just became champion and whatever. I want to know what a trainer is. You are challenged by Pokemon Trainer AZ. He wants to know what a Pokemon Trainer is, but it announces it as Pokemon Trainer AZ? Like, what the fuck? Pokemon Trainer AZ sent out Torkoal. What are we leading off with in our party? We currently have Gardevoir up first. Tracing the white smoke from Torkoal. Not bad. We'll go ahead and hit it up with the Psychic. Because Dazzling Gleam is resisted, and Torkoal has good defense, but not special defense. So we are easily able to one-shot Torkoal there. About to send in Golurk. We'll go ahead and switch up into Blastoise, because we sort of soloed Dianthus Pokemon with Gardevoir, and Crocodile did come in for a bit. But I think we'll go out into Blastoise just to hit up this Golurk. We'll go ahead and Mega Evolve. Of course, our only Mega Evolution of this series being Blastoise in these last couple of episodes. We're going to easily be able to hit up this Golurk with the Mega Launcher Stab boosted Water Pulse. Here we go. Should be a nice and easy one-hit KO. There we go, taking it out. And what's his last Pokemon? A Sigilyph. Nice and Sigilyph. Swaggerliff, Sigilyph. Sigilyph, Swaggerliff. And Ice Beam should be able to take it out. I hope that it's not like some weird Cosmic Power Roost one, you know, that used to be a thing back in Black and White, early days of Black and White. So it got the special defense drop on us with the Psychic, but we should be able to now take it out with an Ice Beam. He doesn't use a full restore or anything. Obviously not heard of that in this day and age or whatever. But we do manage to defeat AZ. So I guess that's now the final battle of this season, of this series. Of course, AZ now going to be reunited with his Floette. It's a Floette, isn't it? Because it's Flabebe, then Floette, then Florges. Thank you very much for battling with me. Now I am free. Free from the part of me marred in sorrow. The part of me that built the ultimate weapon. So here we have the Floette. This is seriously a sick looking Floette. I can't wait until they release the event for this thing. I mean, look at that flower. It's just totally badass. And what's the signature move? Like Light of Ruin or something? It's like, that just sounds powerful. Let alone how powerful it actually is. It's like, what, 140 base power with recoil special move? Anyway, here we have AZ being reunited at last with his Floette, revealing that he was the king of the Kalos region all those years ago. Floette! It's been 3,000 years. Can we hurry up, please? So, here we have Professor Sycamore. His Pokemon was waiting all this time. Actually getting able to use his voice now. Waiting for him to return to the man he was. The man who loved Pokemon with all of his heart. So nice and conclusion here. Happy ending for everyone, of course. Except the Pokemon that died. It was a valiant effort by all in this Wonderlocke. I hope you guys have enjoyed our very first Pokemon Let's Play Challenge Wonderlocke, whatever you guys want to call it. That is going to be the end of this series. I will of course be bringing out a special to you guys in the future sometime, where we will be taking on the last 3 legendaries and wonder trading off all of the legendaries that we caught in this game so far. Hopefully you guys will end up getting some of the Pokemon that you get to see in this series, and I hope you guys all enjoyed it. I am Thompson, or Randomania11. Thank you for sticking with me through this Let's Play, and I hope to see you all later when we start our next one with the release of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So I'll see you all tomorrow with the very first episode of that, and thank you very much.